Hello, my name is Marieke Berkers and I'm an architectural historian from Amsterdam, and I work as one of the 3 core members for Stad-Forum, which is translated City Forum. Stad-Forum independently advises the mayor and executive board of the city of Amsterdam on matters concerning spatial planning. And we're not working with the 3 of us alone. We work together with residents, with businesses and all kinds of users of the city of Amsterdam to come up with new perspectives about city planning. Now, why is it so important to get those new perspectives? Well, I think Amsterdam is facing a lot of challenges and also other cities in Europe. Amsterdam is growing, it's a very popular city, and that's a good thing, but it also there's also some tension in the city. For example, on the housing market, but also on the streets with a growing amount of pedestrians and of course also bicycles and other traffic, and how to deal with those tensions and how to deal with those challenges. Now, at the same time, of course, everybody in Europe is facing this process where economic systems are changing. So how do you make a city when old-fashioned methods are not working well anymore? We're thinking about that as well. And then the third thing, which is very important, is that more and more people want to get involved in talking about the future of the city. And they're very enthusiastic to share ideas and experiences. And those smaller parties or those residents, how do you get their smart ideas on the right place in the process of city making? So Stad-Forum is organizing programs like debates or excursion, really very often location-based programs where we go to the people and the places where challenges are going on. So we don't have an office, we're really working like nomads through the city, going from place to place, to see if we can talk about new strategies and also trying them out with the people we work with. Now, we're working for about 4 or 5 years. We started in 2010. And what's been successful the last years was that we start our debates on quite a high level content-wise. I think mostly public debates, when people talk with residents, it's very much like sharing information or not even sharing information, but giving the residents information. And what we learned the last years is that it's very important to have a debate where the content is, the level of content is very high, because residents have a lot of knowledge about the city on the matters they want to talk about. So you have to take them very serious. And if you start a debate at a certain level, you really, in a few hours, you really come up with new ideas that are very useful. And also the more innovative people, the pioneers in the city, they have very busy agendas and schedules, so you really have to come up with a very good a program where they can learn themselves something and meet people that are of interest of them. So you have to take that serious as well. And we became very good matchmakers at Stad-Forum, because we bring people together who usually do not meet each other, but really have knowledge that's very useful for each other. And another thing that's been very successful is our Week of the City, which we organize every year. And we had a second one last year about the ring road, the highway around Amsterdam. And this year in 2015, we will talk about the tension in the city and the challenges. And we want to talk about it in a positive way, because when there's so much tension in the city, there must be great innovations to deal with them. And I think it's a very nice a way to organize a week where you can put a lot of program in 1 week. So there's going to be a lot of energy, and in the end, it's interesting to see what we explored during the week. So this week filled with festivities where we also celebrate our city is a very good method to get a lot of information put together, and making a huge big step in thinking during those 5 to 7 days. Now, of course, we also had some challenges last years. I think one of the biggest challenges was organization-wise. We had to pitch our name, Stad-Forum, and became a bit famous in this city, which is very difficult. It takes some time to get known, so people knew about our projects and our programs, but our name was always a little bit behind in the memory of people. And of course, another challenge, but that's also a nice challenge to work with, is that we live in a very dynamic time. So how do you pitch your results in a good way? How do we get also the mayor and the executive board involved in thinking and making steps and evaluating what they are doing, and get that conversation going on during the year. So, but I think it's a very nice moment right now to share also information and knowledge with people from abroad. So I'm very much looking forward for the meeting in Madrid that Basurama is organizing. Because I think in all the cities in Europe, we're having those same kind of challenges, and we all think about new methods and new perspectives. And it's so useful to share experiences, and also to share our failures, but also our successes, of course, together in a meeting that's, again, of very high, a very high level meeting content-wise, to come up with new steps that we can use in our own cities, and also to build on this international network of experience and expertise. So hopefully you will all come to Madrid and join the meetings, because I think it's going to be very inspiring and also a lot of fun